All over our cities, along our coastlines and across our green and pleasant land, an invisible army is fighting a never-ending war. Their enemy is the filth that we create and the vermin that thrive on it. Welcome to the hidden world of the grime fighters. On our programme tonight, what could be worse? Not much.
I think I drew the short straw on this job.
A grime fighter can't be accused of sitting on the fence. And in Wolverhampton, restaurant inspectors don't like the menu.
Well, everything I can see is dirty. It's not at the standard we would expect in the food business.
But first, in Leicester, a new recruit, Craig, is being shown the ropes by Kevin. They've been sent to clear a house abandoned by the tenant. So you see, Craig, it's all a bit of a doddle.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad anyway, does it? No. Not in here anyway. Look at it.
This should be fairly easy.
Yeah, it don't look too bad. Might be in for an easy day.
That looks like a dark hand pointing upstairs. It's not a good sign.
Oh, the smell.
Smell already.
And the lad's mood quickly changes.
Oh, you basket. Ooh. This one takes a biscuit.
Even Kevin is taken aback.
I can't. I'm going to be... It's bad.
That's bad.
That's human waste in there. Oh,
Need some of it.
that one is bad. I won't be eating no biscuits after this job.
Nope.
I won't be eating for the next 2 days. You can do the toilet, Craig. I'll do the bath.
Yeah, right.
Get some fresh air. The smell's rife. It really is. And then it's the thought of actually doing the job. But that's what we get paid for. So we'll get into it. Get stuck in. It'll be gleaming by the time we've done. Gleaming.
That's good. Being positive, it shouldn't take too long.
Fill the bath up with bleach, fill the toilet up with the bleach, get a good rodding, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll go down.
So, Craig, how was it on your first day?
Oh,
It smells terrible, doesn't it?
no. Oh. If I haven't got any more to else, I'm going to cry.
I know.
Oh, God. All right, kit up.
This is a job which may take some getting used to. In Stockport, rubbish removal expert Mike Burgess is enjoying the sunshine. He's also got a young and fit recruit, Liam, and Mike is hoping for an easy day.
Let's get these bins off.
Just a bit of rubbish clearing. Oh, and there is something else.
Right, well today we're seeing a couple of our old friends again, the Ratty. The ladies complain that a few of these long-tailers have been seen going across the back garden, and she's scared of going in the back garden now. Oh, I forgot to tell him about Mr. Ratty. He wouldn't have come in this morning otherwise. Well, on the face of it, it doesn't look too bad, but obviously, once we start digging through this, you don't know what we're going to uncover.
Unfortunately, this could be more than just a pile of rubbish.
I think it can smell human. Oh, you stood in it, or I have. It's there, isn't it? It's dog. It's that little dog in the house.
Liam shows a good spirit.
Come on, Mr. Ratty. Where are you? There's Mr. Ratty.
Mike explains what's happened to his usual mate, Alex.
Yeah. Normally, we have Alex with us, and Alex been playing football and had a knee gone into his chest. So he's bruised his ribs in his chest, so I'm back on the tools, and Alex is taking my role in the office. So he's answering the phone and sorting out what jobs we're doing, and hopefully he's pricing them correctly. Right, come on, mate.
Does Mike mind the job swap? No, he wants to show Liam how experience in this work really does pay off. Alex is missing the action.
You probably have a couple of problem phone calls, but I'm sure he'll be able to handle it well enough.
This is harder than Mike expected.
Looks like it's going to be a nightmare, this job.
Garden rubbish is one thing, a load of old rubble quite another.
There seems to be a lot of bricks on this job. You're making this harder, this job. Just slide a few into next door.
Liam has to learn that grime fighters simply can't afford to give up.
I thought it was an average job, but it's turned out it's becoming a bit more of an average job. It's becoming a nightmare job.
And will Alex in the office be pining to be back on the road? Don't hold your breath. In Wolverhampton, food hygiene inspectors Johnny and Faye are making a surprise visit to a restaurant.
Hi there. Okay. We're here today to just do a routine food hygiene inspection.
This kitchen has been inspected before, but Faye is not convinced that improvements have been made.
I mean, the floor's not in the greatest this bit.
And
so
it's just allowing all the dirt to accumulate in the grease. It's not good.
How often, you know, like underneath here, it's like very greasy. When was this floor last? When would you have last done it?
You can say 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks. So that's not enough, is it? That's not frequently enough. Because all of that there, like all the grease and the food debris and that provides a source of food.
I mean, that's just ground in.
We'll have to come back in a week.
Everything I can see is dirty.
It is dirty.
The hygiene team are in no doubt. This will not do.
The difficulty we've got is you've had a number of warnings now and the premises still isn't clean. It's not at the standard we would expect in a food business. The wall surfaces are just, I mean,
Isn't it?
yeah, everything's sticky and dirty. Why hasn't clean and improved? Yeah, it's because you're all family members. Yeah. You know, you've been told year after year after year and you still haven't done it.
Yeah.
So we are coming back in a week, and if that means you have to stay here, you know, day and night, get it to an acceptable standard.
Johnny has laid down the law, but now they need to collect the evidence.
Say again. We'll be happy once the cleaning's improved. Okay.
Where livelihoods are involved, it's tricky. The customer's health must always come first.
You just, hope that they take your advice on board and improve the situation. If they don't, unfortunately, we will take enforcement action.
In Leicester, rookie Craig is facing a tough initiation task. This time they know what to expect, and it's horrible.
Craig's first week, so it's his first dirty job. Here we go.
The only consolation is that it doesn't get very much worse than this.
I drew the short straw on this job. Definitely. No, I do feel sorry for him though, but hey ho. Somebody's had a go at cleaning this out.
Tried to use that for that.
Even grime-fighting veterans like Kevin sometimes feel it's all too much.
I'm gonna spew.
Well, I feel better with it.
I'm gonna go.
If only machines did it all.
That's the wet and dry. You can use it obviously to suck wet stuff up and dry, and today, by the looks of it, it's a bit of both in there, so here we go.
And if only machines didn't sometimes make the problem worse.
The stench has got twice as bad. It really has. It is really evil.
The toilet's going down though, isn't it? Also, as you're sucking it out of there, the water's going down, so you might be able to clear it out through the bath.
And even when the machine has worked, there's still a problem.
Tackle that. No. Ah, that's full. Craig?
Yeah?
This machine needs emptying now.
Yeah, where though? You can't even get in the back.
It's your job to empty it.
Where are we going to empty it though? 'Cause you can't get through the back door.
Yeah, no, we can't. We'll sort it.
It's at times like these that grime fighters have to take a break.
You're going to have a bite to eat now. Have us breakfast. Yeah, have a minute's break and then get back in and tackle it again.
Craig doesn't admit to doubts about his new job. Kevin does it for him.
Made me feel ill then.
Oh, it smells horrendous.
We're not paid enough to do this. It does make us... No, it does make you wonder why. It does. But then it's a job at the end of the day. I do enjoy the job, just not this side of it. But somebody's got to do it, so...
Someone in the office might explain how they get rid of the waste.
Any suggestions? Yeah. Yeah, all right, yeah, okay. Right, we've got to take it and get rid of it.
That's the trouble with 50 litres of sewage. Nobody wants it. Coming up,
How does that look?
Mike switches to garden design.
You know, a couple of gnomes, you know, maybe a water feature. You know, you've got to design a garden.
In Preston, we come to terms with the dark side of life.
The majority of these bags are rancid.
And Kevin and Craig show us what they're made of.
That's evil.
Army of professionals are continuing to dedicate their daily lives to waging war on the nation's grime. In a Stockport garden, Mike and Liam are digging back through the generations.
Kids bike it.
They're seeing how people lived in the past. And you know what? Archaeology isn't always very interesting. An excuse, surely, to stop digging.
That's the root of the tree, so it's as far as we can go.
It's all soil for the tree. We're taking away the soil from the tree here.
Do you know what I think we might try and do with
clear
this?
around it and then
Let's
leave that.
clear around it.
Yes, if you're in a hole, stop digging.
Obviously we're very green and we have a concern about looking after the environment and trees.
Surely all of us should think about the environment.
What I'm going to suggest to the lady is we're going to try and make a bit of a feature so that the job doesn't get too over big. I don't think there's anything rats in there now. We've been through it, but we're going to get it all neat and tidied up, because otherwise we're going to end up even with a bigger problem with the, you know, the tree and the roots. It'll look, try and make a bit of a feature out of it, you know, so it looks, no, you know, it'll only take a bit, you know, maybe a couple of bags of, you know, that shale stone or something like that, or a box of grass seed for £3, and it'll look like a nice. No, it'll look better, and nothing will be able to hide round there.
Move over Alan Titchmarsh. Mike's our gardening man.
You know, you could end up with a little hill, you know, a couple of gnomes, you know, maybe a water feature. You know, you've got to design a garden.
The thing about Mike is that he's so sensitive.
I've got an eye for this. It's let's make it look a little bit better.
At least he seems to have convinced himself.
Right. On a job like this, where do you stop?
Garden designers need to have a vision.
How does that look? Are we getting there? I think we're getting there with that, aren't we?
It's all about Mother Nature.
Right, well, gonna bring the lady out to have a look at it. To be fair with you, it's nice having that tree there, and it keeps it a bit private, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it's okay.
yeah?
Yeah, for what you've had to do, yeah.
Yeah, we've done it. We've really got stuck in on that. Right, well, we're gonna go. Right.
Mike's done the job and saved a tree. What more could you ask? In Preston, some people haven't got the hang of putting out the rubbish properly. Now it all has to be cleared. Meet Preston's finest, Paul. Today, he's joined by Mark.
We're here to try and see if there's any evidence in the bags that we can use to go and speak to the residents to find out why they're abusing the area.
The problem is that there's not an easy way to get into the alley.
Are you struggling there, Paul, or what, mate?
It caused a little bit of a problem. Back in a second.
But there has to be a way in from the other side.
No, it won't shift. It's well jammed. Fortunately, the alley's got 2 gates, so we'll gain access from the other one. Hey ho, these things are sent to try you.
Mark has to bring a big container all the way round. It's taking some time and it's hard work. He's not entirely happy. So what's Paul been up to?
It always seems to be me dragging skips and you stood.
I've got a slight confession which might not go down too well, but being persistent, I managed to open the gate.
You didn't rush to stop me, did you? No, you didn't, did you?
You needed the exercise anyway.
This rubbish has been dumped illegally, but now has to be checked for evidence.
The contents of some of these bags is disgusting. A lot of it's rotting.
Judging from the state of that, that's absolutely rotten and stinks to high heaven. The majority of these bags are rancid. They've obviously been sat in somebody's backyard for months. People are quite happy to live like this.
We seem to spend a lot of time up to our elbows.
The trouble is the trail has gone cold. It's not going to be easy.
The thing that really annoys me, this bag contains boxes, cardboard, plastic. 99% of what's in this bag could be recycled.
The residents are just too lazy to separate that out from the waste and present it properly. And it's cost the public a lot of money to throw that away.
Paul and Mark are determined to find out who is responsible. The culprits should be punished.
You can tell a lot about people's lifestyles just by looking through the rubbish. Particular guy that obviously is responsible for this has lived his life on lager and takeaways.
The clues mount up, but has the case been solved?
We have an address.
At last, they could have a lead.
It's a local resident. I guarantee somebody will try and convince us that this has been brought in by a fly tipper in a van. But there's the proof. There's the address.
Fortunately, the suspect is very local.
Oh, hello. From the council, we're doing a clearance of this alley. Yeah. Just been looking through one of these bags on the pile here. Your address, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Well, that's not all my rubbish at all.
No, but one bag is. Can you explain why that's there? I don't want to see this here again. All right.
A ticking off this time, but a clear warning that dumping rubbish is not allowed. In Leicester, Kevin and his new recruit Craig have emptied the vacuum cleaner and are ready to start again.
Is it full of water?
Just going to fill back up. Oh, that's going to flood. There we go again.
It's going down like it's unblocking it.
It's unblocking it into the back. That's evil. Right, get the sucker on again.
Craig is beginning to realise how tough this job can be. They're not called extreme cleaners for nothing.
Right, the odd task now, cleaning it. Don't want to be here doing this. Definitely drew the short straw on this one today. Oh man, definitely need a few quid more.
Craig is learning how team spirit helps. They're in this together. But even when this stage is over, a lot of work remains.
The builders come in and rip the lot out. So this job just seems completely a waste of time. But never mind. Oh, it smells getting worse. The more you're disturbing it, the worse it's becoming.
It's been a rude awakening for Craig.
At least he's not been sick yet. That's the main thing.
Yet.
Yeah, he's doing really well. It's not the sort of thing you want on your first week. Smelling a bit fresher now, anyway.
Yes.
There's still the mark of the big black hand downstairs.
Right then, mate, because you're taller than me, you can reach up there, can't you?
It's just one of those days. Will it ever end?
This is the worst I've ever seen. I wasn't expecting this.
Craig is left to his own devices while Kevin finishes off the bathroom.
Hell of a lot cleaner. Smells fresher anyway, that's the main thing.
They've given the builders who come in next a much easier task.
That's dry now. I think that's about it then. Yeah.
As Craig works on, Kevin reflects. Even with his experience, this house has got him down.
I just know if it were a member of my family, you know, you'd step in, you'd never let it get to that state, so...
But when the hard work is completed, there's satisfaction.
Gleaming. I'm happy with that.
The marathon is over, and thanks to two determined grime fighters, victory is theirs. For Kevin and Craig, it's definitely time for a shower and a rest. Since the filming, the restaurant inspectors in Wolverhampton have been back to check and report a dramatic improvement. The garden in Stockport still waits to be transformed, and the house in Leicester has been completely decorated and is now ready for new tenants. Garden City sounds great, tidy and tranquil. But oh no. This job is so bad that manager Darren has been called in to assess the situation.
Right then, Dan, what's the score of this one, mate?
Well, it's worse than we thought it was this morning. We cleared 2 rooms and almost filled the tippers, and there's 2 more rooms left that are full to your waist.
OK, let's go and have a look then, yeah?
Yeah.
You've done them 2 rooms there, yeah?
Yeah, we've done this room, pretty much.
Yeah.
This one's all done.
OK.
Toilet, just...
Toilet's nice to be used.
Makes you hungry.
Now comes the hard part. Well, that's what you expect if you're a team of extreme cleaners.
Blimey, Dan, you're right to call us, mate. Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Hell's Kitchen.
It's well and truly full. You like to drink. Oh my God, the stove is completely caked in grease. It's absolutely horrible in there.
The lads can't resist giving it a rating for awfulness.
It's up there, in the top 5.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Dan, how many do you reckon?
8.
They are really bad.
Yeah, right.
And the living room doesn't exactly live up to its name.
I'd say there's at least 3 ton of rubbish in here. I'm just going to climb over and have a look round the corner.
I think we get also like spray, sanitise it and spray deodoriser in first as well.
Yeah, it does need deodoriser.
It does need deodorising.
Stinks.
This was the home of a man who recently died. But how did he live?
Probably using 2 rooms as a tip, you know, for his rubbish and as a toilet, because the toilet was blocked, so he was, yeah. And then living in the back bedrooms.
There must be a sad story to account for all this. A life made unmanageable and, in the end, unbearable. In Barking, it's the job of environmental enforcement officers Rob and Lindsay to see that rubbish is put out properly. Well, this isn't.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's all been ripped open, it's going to go down the street. It's bad, really. We need to get it sorted straight away.
Rob and Lindsay have to make sure that the streets of Barking are kept tidy, and they track down the culprits.
Windows are on a latch. I'm thinking squat.
The house could have been taken over by squatters.
The back gate's open. Just want to have a little look in here just to make sure it's not been sort of broken into or anything like that. It's not much better around here, is it, to be fair? Right, OK. That's open. Hello? Barking Dagenham Council enforcement, hello? What I'm concerned about is if somebody's sort of like laying in there ill or dead or something like that, you don't know. Hello? It may have been broken into. I think we're just going to probably have to ring the police just to get someone to come down here just to make sure there's nobody in there, because our warrant unfortunately doesn't consider like let us go into people's houses if there's somebody in there doing something. It's an absolute state. Back doors open, kitchen lights on, food on the side, everything's been moved, there's marks on the door to say that it might have been false, so
I think someone's squatting in there.
I might think someone's squatting, or you know, it's a good chance it's been done over, so I'm going to quickly ring the old building place and get them to come down here.
What started out as a routine inspection is now a matter for the police. This rubbish will have to stay where it is for the moment. Back in Welwyn Garden City, the flat with tons of rubbish is about to be tackled.
Boys, we know it's really bad up there. Just make sure that you're careful when you're doing it. OK, then let's get going, eh?
The team are experienced. They know what to do.
What we're doing is just getting in a chain here. 3 boys in there, loading up, filling the bags, and then these 2 are taking them down the stairs and loading them up onto the tippers.
It's going to get worse before it gets better.
You start moving stuff, all the old food's going to kick up. So we're spraying with deodoriser. It's also got a sanitiser in here, so it knocks down the germs as well.
One of them's got some bottles in, Dave, so be careful with that one.
Survival for the former tenant meant fags and booze. That's if he could find them among all this.
The rest of his dinner. Drumsticks and fires. Oh, wow.
It's not a complete shambles. Some things have their place.
Pet corner.
But none of it is clean. Records from the old days are on display. For Darren, it's a trip down memory lane.
Tom Jones.
As usual in a clean-up, the past is revealed.
It's a Boys Brigade Holy Bible. It was presented to him in 1957-58 for perfect attendance. It's just a shame. It's in pristine condition.
Still trying to get a score up.
Unfortunately, it's got to go in the bin.
But there's an obvious question. How could this have been allowed to happen?
The 2 rooms out there weren't as bad, so he probably just stayed in them.
It's unfortunately today's society where years ago the neighbours would look after you or something like that, but a lot of the time now that they just don't, you know, we haven't got that sort of society no more.
Even finding somewhere to sit must have been difficult.
Well, there is furniture and it's a lounge. Trying to get this out, so we've got an easier path which to walk round.
The team are expecting problems, and they find them.
I've just uprooted something there which is lucky it's not smell-o-vision again because it's quite rancid.
There's a bag of faeces or 2 down here.
It's part of the routine.
Right, boys, so now we've got to retire for a minute and get some masks on and get some litter pickers in here.
Yeah, that weren't the most pleasant thing in the world. I'd rather come home to like a Sunday roast or something than that.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty bits of it, we're going to put our mask on there.
That should be better.
In Barking, Rob and Lindsay are trying to find out who dumped the rubbish. The police have been called.
I'm just going to knock next door and see if they know who's living there, if there's anyone living there, or like if they have any more information, really.
Returning from shopping are some of the residents.
If you want to go in there and make sure everything's all right, I'll call the old bill off.
Is it going on telly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going on TV1.
Oh no, can you get that over the clock? Hello.
All right, do you want to cancel the old bill?
Rob has to see that all is well.
You all right? Do you want to just go upstairs and make sure nothing's been touched upstairs?
Yeah, do you wait here for me?
Yeah, of course. Apparently it's her mum's house or something, so she's gone inside to make sure everything's okay. If that's the case, then we'll cancel the police and happy days.
But that hasn't solved the problem of the rubbish outside.
Now what we're going to do is leave her contact number, so the girl's mum can contact her straight away with regards to the rubbish and how she's going to remove it.
As it happens, Rob and Lindsay have some helpful colleagues.
The gentleman's just said he's going to take those bags for us while they're here. That's fine, thank you very much. Our guys have generously taken everything away for you, and that's it, happy days. All right, leave you in peace. All right, no worries, guys, take care, yeah?
Job done. Let's hope it stays this way. Coming up, the boss who thinks he's the best.
The simple things in life are genius. Just look at me.
A pest controller who's got what it takes.
Start spraying.
And having coffee isn't special anymore.
Jar of urine.
Up and down the land, a little-known army of dedicated professionals are devoted to battling an ever-advancing tide of grime. Back in Welwyn Garden City, the clean team, led by Darren, think they've got the problems under control. They've got their breathing masks on. It should be easy.
Because we found faces, we're going to use a bit of pickers to put it in the bags. All right, boys, that bit of faces is cleared.
It's the worst kind of rubbish. Nothing has been thrown away.
Jar of urine. Don't open it. They're all full, yeah. All full. Yeah, every single one I'm picking up looks to be full of urine.
Being professional doesn't mean you can't be cross.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Especially when they've got a toilet here already.
This is more than can be dealt with in a day, but senior management, Darren, is not downhearted.
It's good that we did come down, make sure everything was done right and everything else, but the boys are doing a great job.
We've started clearing this. Don't really look like we've done that much, but we've filled up 2 tippers. We've pretty much done half of that, as you can see, all the grime on the washing machine. And now you can get round to the cooker to have a look at if you want. But then there's this room here, where we've literally just piled everything in, so when we come back with an empty van. So now all we've got to do is lock up and go home and go to bed and have dinner and all that, I suppose. The first couple of weeks when you're working and you come to places like this and you can't really handle it, but after a while, you seem to just get used to it. Don't know, you get a sense of satisfaction out of it, I suppose, but I think I've better things to do in my life.
In Preston, father and son team, Steve and Steve, hope this job is going to be easy. It's one of their old friends, a block drain.
This is the problem.
I'll just give it a quick plunge. Knock off. You feel it? There's nothing, is there? It's going to have to be jetted. Get grease in there.
Let's get the mini kit on it, it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right then.
This should be quickly sorted out, but Steve Senior is seriously in need of sympathy.
I was skiing in December, the week before Christmas, and I am honest, an advanced skier. Unfortunately, it was a freak accident. The mates I went with said it's because I was a poor skier. Broke my arm in 2 places, my shoulder in 2 places, my ribs, and I dislocated my finger as well. But apart from that, I had a great time.
Since my dad broke his shoulder, I've done nothing but work. I've had no help, I've had no sympathy, and I could have done with an hand really. From the master, as they say.
You can have an hand. Only one
Just
hand.
the one.
Steve hangs back, but he's genuinely sorry.
I really do want to help him. Oh, I really do, but obviously I can't.
But he can still give advice.
The biggest cause of anything is face wipes. Blockages, face wipes, grease, fat, cats, dogs, humans, all sorts of stuff really. But no, mainly fat, grease and face wipes.
Said your little piece now. Can we carry on?
For Steve, attack is the best form of defence.
I think I'm going to start another business without him because I seriously very annoyed. If I had to, I swear I can't do it with that. But I swear this will be ready soon.
Cup of tea?
The ladies just give us a cup of tea. Well, it's not a cup of tea, it's coffee, but sometimes you can't actually tell the difference. But hey, oh, anything wet's nice. Oh, can't believe it. Look at this day. I cannot. Liverpool v Blackpool tonight. Come on the pool and look what she's given me. Preston North End Cup. Sorry boys when you watch this, but I'm not drinking out of that. I love New York, that's a bit better. Cheers. I can't believe you're drinking out of that cup. Come on, let's get this done.
But now it's back to the hard grime.
Go on!
Bed bugs don't sound frightening unless you see them in close-up. They breed readily, and this is frightening, they live on human blood.
You like that sound, don't you?
In Dagenham, pest controller Pete is getting ready for battle, and he's making sure that he's well prepared.
Little trick here I've learnt over the years. Put a little bit of this gaffer tape around the bottom. If they do come off the floor and want to crawl up, they get stuck on the either sticky, plus they can't get on me.
Pete is taking no chances. If necessary, he's ready to use weapons of mass destruction.
Right, I'm just going to go straight in with a chemical and mix it all up, and it's all ready. See, we're dealing with poisons, so all poisons are dangerous. Alright, pest control.
How can Pete be sure he has to deal with bed bugs? Well, for a start, some beds have been infested.
Well, first thing we're going to do is check the mattresses for blood spots and try and locate where they're actually hiding. As you can see, we've got blood stain where obviously someone's been bit. 9 out of 10 on these new mattresses, because they've got no fold on them, they tend to want to stay in the bed itself and not on the mattress.
Know your enemy, that's the key.
They like coming out at night, so it's very rare to see them during the day, so you've got to locate them. Most probably guarantee that they're going to be in these wooden slats now. You'll find that you get more activity up the head end. Bed bugs, they actually move quite fast, funny enough. So the idea is to try and unscrew these without trying to move them, if it's possible. Alright, you can see the marks here, there, there. If you have a look where we've got like the knot of the wood, you can see where they've been sitting in the... Obviously again it's up the head end. As you can see, you've got the adult bed bug and you've got a nymph bed bug.
So it's not just in the mattresses.
You know, you can pick them up on buses where people have been sitting on buses and they've crawled on you. People going abroad, where they get in the suitcases, they've brought it home. Within a month, bang, they've started off and then they've got their little festation.
These bugs are no respecter of persons.
It happens all over the world and all over in our hotels as well, plus your houses as well. There ain't a scenario where they're saying, oh, you got bed bugs, you're liable for it, it's your problem. Don't feel bad. If you've got bed bugs, just ring up a pest controller and they will have the right equipment and the right chemicals to deal with the pest control.
First, get them taped.
And here we have one bed bug.
And then it's all-out war.
Start spraying.
Safely protected by his suit and mask, Pete can now spray the bedroom with insecticide. This will keep the bugs at bay for weeks, but it's safe for the tenants as soon as it's dried.
Right, that's all done in there. Just got to pull the door to now and let it all dry for him, and I think he'll be a happy customer.
Pete will be back in 3 weeks to check if the blood-loving bugs have had their day. Back in Preston, young Steve is enjoying the extra responsibility. But oh dear, there's a problem.
It's just not going around the bend because it's such a tight bend. It's all fat, yeah, and grease, and it stinks like sick.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to put your gauntlets on and get down there.
It's always a special moment when a father tells his grown-up son what to do, and he listens.
Just go and get your gauntlets. What he doesn't know is we haven't actually got any gauntlets.
What? What's he saying?
So he's going to have to get his hand in a bin bag and put it down, but he'll find that.
Oh, here's a bin bag here.
Okay.
The shoes best instead of gauntlet.
I'd do it if I could.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
No, I would. I'd do it. Honestly, you know I would.
Look how clean his pants are. Look how clean these are. Look. Look at mine. You can tell it doesn't work.
Little does he know that there's little air holes in these little black bin bags.
Oh. Right, we're in.
He's going to get wet.
How clever is it to use a bag with holes?
But the thing is, the best things in life, right, like the wheelbarrow, simplicity is genius. You see, they invent all this stuff, you've got a bin bag, you know?
Yeah, but have you seen the process bin bags have to be moved through to be made?
The simple things in life are genius. Just look at me.
Hey,
I'm
bags.
simple and I'm a genius. Come on.
You can say the daftest things if you're the boss and you're injured.
Feel it. As it's going through. Feel it. Yeah, got it.
It's gone.
Oh, yes. It's gone a long way in that. There's a lot of fat in this drain. Oh, yes. Look at this. This is what's in the drain. All these fat, big bits of fat. That's just a small amount. If you imagine all that crushed up, it just goes rock hard in the drains and just sets, and there's just no chance.
Steve Senior feels a bit guilty.
Bit of a sorry sight that, them trying to soldier on like that.
After sure willing.
Which isn't an awful lot.
A quick hose down and the yard is soon back to normal.
Yeah, son, there you go.
And father and son can head off together as a happy team.
What are we? Come on, number one for number twos.
Since the filming of the programme, the flat in Welwyn Garden City has been completely cleaned and is now ready for new tenants. And skiing disaster Steve is joined by another family member.
Try and show a bit of enthusiasm, come on.
In Stockport, team leader Mike is leading from behind. The team are revving up to clear an abandoned house. But where? Where is Mike?
Right again, innit? Must have been out last night. Yeah. Oh, he's here now. Outside him anyway.
Morning, lads. Sorry I'm late. Oh, I've had a nightmare last night. Right, come on. I've not even had a chance to get bloody changed this morning. Come on.
Mike's had a hard day's night.
Right, lads, we've got another little property clearance. Right, this room's not too bad. A lot of it's boxed up.
Out of sorts and in the wrong clothes.
Yeah. Let's have a look. No, there's not much in there. A bed and some drawers, a few boxes and that. Right. Let's go and have a look in here.
Oh no, not back to bed.
Whoops.
There is a dress code for this.
I went out last night and I've just come straight from the office this morning. There you go. Never like to disappoint my lady friends.
Is that a coffin? I hope not. Mustn't be gloomy. There's work to be done. Oh, but there are distractions. Is Mike really a 70s pop idol?
Oh yeah, I remember doing that in the 70s. I used to have a moustache here. That's when I used to have girls throwing the pants at me on stage when I used to be an international sex symbol.
Yes, he still hasn't woken up. The truth is, Mike with a mullet was, well, much like Mike with a mallet.
Right, all right then, Alex. We start, right, with the weak parts, yeah? So the first one is A, right? B, C. I tell you what, you don't see this on the Antiques Roadshow. you go.
You know what? The Antiques Roadshow could perhaps do with a makeover. And maybe our grime fighters would be the perfect contestants in MasterChef.
What are they?
Milk bottles.
Get them away from me! Oh.
It looks like a scientific experiment gone wrong.
Alex thinks that after Mike's night out, this could bring him round.
Whoa, what, Alex?
Go on. Comes in dressed inappropriately for work and then refuses to take part.
Listen, I'm the boss, Alex, right? I'd give all the orders, right? I'm in charge. I'm in charge, Alex.
Now it's payback time.
There's a bit of a bad smell down there.
Oh, that is strong. I thought you had a strong stomach.
The day is picking up slowly but surely. Mike is getting back to the real world.
So as you can see, we're all done. It's nice and clear.
The point about Mike is that he doesn't lack confidence. In Battersea in London, 3 extreme cleaners, Steve, Bertram and Sean, are looking for an easy time in an empty shop. How soft can you get in a soft furnishing shop? But this one is hard. A drain has burst.
The main part of the problem's downstairs, where it's been flooded, sewage water and all that.
It'll need engine power to drain the basement. This is a tough one. Downhearted? Not in the slightest.
Steve loved this bit of the job. Well, the grimier the better, that's what I say. But not all jobs are like this, so when they come along, it makes you happy, doesn't it? But
it's not the grime fighters really like, it's the fighting.
this is bad down here. It smells really bad. More pungent as you get round here.
This old storage room doesn't look too bad, but it is.
This is, you see that just flakes away when you move like that. It's been like this a while to be like that, in that condition.
But obviously you've got human faeces, you've got human body fluids, anything obviously from rats because it's come up from the sewer.
But how did this get into such a state?
The problem is this has came off the pipe, which has let all the water out. Looks like a few turds there. Probably came out the flats from upstairs, because we have got flats up above us. You get turds everywhere. Well, it's life, innit?
A mess is one thing, a mess from a drain quite another.
Basically what we're going to do is clear this room out, bag everything up, it'll all be disposed of in the incinerator.
It's soaking wet.
We'll spray down industrial disinfectant and basically just give it a real nice deep clean.
A deep clean has to be tackled in the proper way. Bags first. Get this stuff out of the way before tackling the wet stuff.
Right, the lads are packing everything up now, so all I've got to do is get this downstairs and start sucking the sewage up.
Ah, the countryside. What could go wrong here? It's perfect. But in idyllic Oxfordshire, father and son pest controllers Dave and Matthew know the score. At the Cotswold Wildlife Park, a rare bird collection is threatened by stoats.
There's the barley starling. 14 birds remained in the wild in '88, so that's a captive breeding programme that's keeping them alive. This one is a piping guan, 200 left in the wild. These aren't rare, but they're quite endearing birds, even though they peck you. But I mean, it's got no fear, and you know, a stoat came in here, boof, that'll be gone.
Birds without fear of stoats. That's the problem. Our pest controllers have a plan of action.
We've set 2 traps. They're here all the time, but they're not always set. So there's one on the outside wall, one on the inside wall.
Dave wants to pass on his pest controlling skills to his son, and young Matthew is up for it.
They're all in tunnels.
Why is it in a tunnel, Dad?
We put in tunnels so that other things don't get to them, and also stoats and rats, if there were a rat around. They like to be hidden. That's okay.
Why have you got sticks in front of the box?
Well, that's to stop like anything bigger than a stoat getting in there.
Traps aren't traps unless they trap.
Right, this is the one where hopefully... Good. There we are. Female stoat. The trap has caught it straight around the neck and the body. It was instant kill.
This is a special moment when a father shows off in front of his son.
That's how you catch a stoat. It's a shame, but there we are. We can't have it killing these rare birds. That's a Madagascan teal that it killed yesterday, and as you can see, they kill them by taking their heads off.
Do you reckon you've caught the cause of all the trouble, or do you reckon there may be more coming in?
We're in the middle of the countryside. There are stoats everywhere, and I have no problem with them. But this one has found its way into here with these rare birds, and you cannot tolerate that. It's gone in a humane way, and that's that. So now the birds can breed in peace, and the rest of the stoats, as long as they stay out of the way, we're fine.
In Dagenham, environmental enforcement officers never spot a bin without thinking, should it be there, and who might be responsible? Rob and Lindsay have to make sure that rubbish is properly disposed of.
You know, we've educated sort of like these guys before, once or twice, but again, it's just persistent. I mean, this carpet, this is a green, gold and waste bin. There's nothing to go in here apart from unless it is green, gold and waste.
It's been out there front for ages, and they've just lived with it there. They haven't taken it anywhere. They could have taken it to the dump.
These guys have got domestic waste in here. I don't know if you can see that. There's just like all sorts of domestic rubbish and stuff in there. Completely and utterly unsuitable, so that's not going to be taken.
We don't know if this is a resident's rubbish or not, but what we're going to do is we've got this cage vehicle here. We're just going to ask the residents to come and bring it on themselves.
Rob takes a pot shot.
I want to come out and say hello.
But it looks as if he's fired a blank.
Oh, that's typical, isn't it?
Should we just take it?
While they're taking stock, someone appears at an upstairs window.
Is anyone else in, or is it just you? Do you know if
no one else is here at the moment.
Would you be able to help us just get some of this rubbish onto the back of the truck?
I haven't got gloves.
No. We've got gloves if you want to borrow some gloves.
What about my nails? I was just suggesting that we ask yourself, kind gentleman, to help us with the...
Kind gentleman?
Yeah.
Yes, it won't be a problem.
Rob and Lindsay are taken by surprise. It's not their job to clear up.
We don't like doing this ourselves, really, because we'd rather whoever's rubbish it is do it for us. As we've already served the notice anyway, we can take the rubbish and then the charge will be put on the property.
After all, this isn't too difficult. Rob and Lindsay even get a helping hand from the rubbish truck driver.
It's got grass growing
on it.
Enforcement officers sometimes just have to muck in. Lindsay and Rob want to get back to their usual job, enforcing, keeping a check. Coming up, Steve's grime-fighting passion is revealed.
He loves it, absolutely loves it. If he could, he'd roll round in it.
Rob and Lindsay get back to basics.
Not our job, we're not supposed to do this. Well, they obviously don't know what's going on.
I'm in charge.
And is Mike ready to throw in the towel?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you be in charge then, because you seem to have more idea than I.
Up and down the land, a little-known army of dedicated professionals are devoted to battling the ever-advancing tide of grime. Back in the Battersea basement, Steve is preparing to play water games.
I've got this thing here called a wet vac. We've got to suck all the water up and then we've got to dispose of it.
Hoovering carpets is for sissies. This is the real thing.
As you can see, on the wet vac, we're sucking the water up, so all you can see left is the lumps of turds and all that that's left. So.
Steve enjoys the noise, while the others have to get on with the work.
What we've got mixed up is excrement, urine, anything that comes out of the human body, with household waste, fat, you name it, it's in it.
It's all got to be cleaned up. As long as I get paid at the end of the month or week or whatever, I'll do anything.
The great grime fighter never gives up.
The dirtier, the grimier the job, you put Steve on it, he loves it, absolutely loves it. If he could, he'd roll round in it.
I'm not one for masks. Smell doesn't bother us.
So what are the qualities which Steve has?
He's a northerner. He's funny.
He's okay.
The trick for Steve is getting satisfaction from getting a job well done.
All the human faces have gone, that was up there, so that's looking good.
All this rubbish has to be removed to clear the basement. The end is now in sight.
You get home tonight and have a good shower down, change your clothes and I'll feel a lot better.
I'll give him a thumbs up.
What we've seen today is how a hard job breeds heroes like Steve, and his mates are only too ready to agree. In Stockport, Mike and his team, Alex and Liam, have put aside the larky mood of the morning. They have to clear an empty flat, but there's something spooky about it.
Right, we've been told that the guy's died. We've been told to clear it out, so let's go and have a look and see what's going on.
This is like the Mary Celeste, a phantom ship without a crew.
This is strange, isn't it, lads?
Oh, it just looks like someone's still here, doesn't it? You know, been left exactly how it was on the last day of, you know.
It's always a bit of a strange, eerie feeling when you come into a property and it's just how they've left it.
It's not difficult to see what's happened. Home, but alone.
He's got a pan, he's got a kettle, one bowl, one plate, 2 cups, 1 knife and fork. No, it's pretty sad, really. Right, this is the bedroom.
It's not nice to see, is it? Just gets you thinking a bit, doesn't it?
Didn't have an awful lot of possessions. You can imagine it quite have been a lonely existence. No radio, no telly, by yourself. Not many things. Yeah, sad.
Mike plays the detective, and not just any detective, a great detective.
He's got his stick. A man who sleeps with a walking stick in his bed. He was frightened of being intruded, and that's why he had his stick in the bed.
Do you not think he might have needed the stick to get out of bed or anything like that?
Yeah, it's a good answer, that, Liam.
He was old and fragile.
Never really thought about that.
Need a bit of help, don't you?
Good answer, that. Never really thought about that.
Detective work is fun, but it doesn't help in clearing the flat. Back in Dagenham, the enforcement officers are tackling a bad case of colour blindness.
Orange bags are meant to be for recycling. We give these out for free. People don't want to buy the black bags, so they just use the orange bags.
Why doesn't everyone realise that black is black and orange is orange? And green, I hope you're following this, is of course green.
We've got the green garden waste bins being misused, it's being used for domestic. Which one of those bins are yours, my friend?
This, I think, of this one.
This
Actually,
one
we
here,
cannot
yeah?
say which one because everyone using both, you know.
Rob is on the warpath.
Hi. We've just come down here with regards to the rubbish and stuff.
This rubbish is not mine.
That's fine.
Whoever lives here, it's always been a stage, you get what I mean? I've tried my bit, but I'm not going to make an effort and everyone else is just going to make it look like rubbish.
I mean, yeah, I understand totally. I mean, but there is legislation that we're going to have to serve with this because it's sort of like non-compliance.
Yeah.
All right,
well, I'm moving next week anyway.
Oh, yeah? OK, probably won't apply to you then.
Have you not had any leaflets or anything?
I haven't. For a year and a half I've been here, I haven't received one leaflet to do with the bins. To be honest, I didn't know. I've only guessed from guessing, do you get what I mean?
We can't then go and prosecute them for this stuff when they don't actually know what they're doing.
If a job's worth doing well, it's worth doing it yourself.
Got mix in here, got everything. Earwigs, galore. Never seen so many bugs. I don't...
Probably the most disgusting thing we do.
Not our job, we're not supposed to do this, but after having a chat with them all, they obviously don't know what's going on, so...
In theory, it should always work a treat. Different colours, different rubbish. But that's in theory. Back in Stockport, Mike, Alex and Liam are ready to start clearing the flat. Boss man Mike's got a plan. All it requires is a bit of discipline.
Right, lads, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get the table and chairs on the support vehicle.
We should take the bed out first.
Listen, I'm in charge. We're getting this out first, and we're getting all that cleared.
Well,
come on, let's
clear
get
that,
it. Come on, let's not mess about. Get the gear out of the flat.
Best. Putting the bigger stuff on first, the bulkier stuff. I think anyway, just makes life a little bit easier if you put the little small
Alex,
things on the bottom.
What do you know? You've only been doing this a couple of weeks. Just let's get the gear on and listen to me.
Getting the squarer stuff, you can put it into corners. Just consolidates the space.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you be in charge then, because you seem to have more idea than I do. Are you going to be in charge?
Yeah, I'll be in charge.
Great. Are you going to pay my wages then?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, because you're sacked, so it'll just be Liam.
Sacked. I never have any of this back chat with that Liam. It's always him. Every time it's him. Noddy.
Mike, can you take that to the van for me, please?
All right, OK, Alex.
Thank you. All right.
Without the banter, it's hard to see how this work could get done.
I just let them bicker at each other. I find it funny. It makes my time go a lot quicker and easier.
Ah! Yeah. You do that on purpose then. Don't be so stupid.
Oh, Alex!
Look at that shorty today.
Can you just give us an hand, please?
And at the end of it all, it's Alex who gets the last laugh.
Just watch where you're putting your hands, mate, because you've got dog on your coat.
Oh, how have I got that on my coat? I thought I could smell something.
Oh, Mike, you put your hand in it.
Oh, there's dog everywhere. Stinking out the cab. Oh.
But first, in Leicester, we meet Council Housing Officer Steve. An empty property, a fresh task. The old lady who lived here has been moved into sheltered housing.
It's only just become vacant. I've got the keys today, so I'm not sure what I'm going to find in there. Okay, there's a lot of posts here, so looking at this, it's not been here for quite some time. Okay, so this is the living room. It's just completely jam-packed. Just looks like a storage area, really. Lots of rotten food around. Some pork pies. The floor down here's got some, looks like dog mess ground into it.
The task is obvious. How can the council start all over again with this property?
Probably best stand in the dog basket. It's the cleanest place. As you can see all around here, there's just dog mess all splattered across the floor. A lot of food waste everywhere, flies everywhere. The bottle of milk there with loads of dead blue bottles in it. Yeah, the oven's completely full of, looks like dog hair. There's about an inch inch or 2 inches of dog hair just at the bottom of the oven, but then there's food in there that's half cooked or, well cooked, cremated at the bottom. I mean, there's just boxes full of stuff. We don't even know what's in the boxes, to be honest, but they're just boxes stacked up. Over there we've got probably 9 or 10 old washing baskets. Strange.
Steve knows his job, and it's not for the faint-hearted. It could be depressing, but he's not going to let it get him down.
Okay, this is the bathroom. Again, it's full of junk and boxes and rubbish. Plate rack or something, I think.
Steve has to work out how this property was used in the past.
Okay, this is the small bedroom. Again, it's just a storage area. You can't get in here at all. Just stacked in. And then this would be the main bedroom. This is the same. Old sofas, beds, chairs. Again, you can't get past the door. This again is the third bedroom now, and there's still no bed for anyone to sleep on. I don't think whoever lived here was using upstairs at all as part of a house. Maybe they were sleeping on the sofa that we climbed on downstairs. It's not nice at all, really, to think someone's living in a property like this on their own. Obviously, not really got a lot of help from people by the looks of it.
The old lady has no immediate relatives to help out, so now it's up to Steve and his team to do the work. It's not going to be easy. In Stockport, Mike and his men are not in a sparkling mood. Even the dogs aren't welcoming at the start of this job.
Right, let's get the tools off. We'll have a look what mess we've got sorted out today. There's a few unsavouries at this property, so you can tell by the lads' faces they're not too happy about today. It's Friday though. Thank God it's Friday. TFI.
They've been called out by a landlord who's been let down by his tenants.
Do you want to tell us how all this mess has occurred here in this backyard?
Yeah, well, we rented the property out about 3 months ago. 8 weeks into it, we didn't get any payment of rent, so
Right.
I was a bit curious why,
Yeah.
because these
Yeah.
are working class people. So I started to dig in deeper. Couldn't get hold of them.
Yeah.
2 months down the road, I knocked on the door, came inside the property, and it's just been total mayhem.
This was meant to be a fully furnished flat.
As you can see, that's the kitchen.
Is this door going, Ali?
Yes, this door's going. That's what. This was the eternal door, and I'm just so surprised and shocked what state they've left, these doors in. It was fully furnished. I've only got part furniture left.
It was all brand new.
Yes, it was all brand new, and this is the state they left it in.
Did you have an Alsatian?
It said to me that they had a small dog.
A small dog?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like.
No, that's not. I have a little dog, and it could never have done anything like that.
And as you can see, they've taken the handles from there. You know what you can do with handles? They're only £3. £3 handles.
Ali, the landlord, is remarkably calm considering the state his flat has been left in. But now he wants the place cleaned up.
If it carries on like this, there's not going to be any more rental properties around. Because nobody's going to be able to afford it sooner or later. Right, lads.
Mike has faith in his team, but he's less sure about their equipment.
Unfortunately, we've only got one shovel today. Somebody's forgot to put 2 on. It's terrible. As soon as you start lifting it. Go on, we've got some masks in the van. Yeah, get the masks.
It's all a question of planning.
We forgot to put the masks in the van, so we're going to do it raw.
Mike is unrepentant.
You don't crack on with it, there's no wages, the till's empty. Oh, he's found one. Right, but you're a bit closer to than I am.
The team are used to all this, and they just get on. Mike can be a bit tough with his men, but with outsiders, like with this neighbour, he can be charm itself.
Have you seen it in here, love? What's it? Looking at what you don't get any dog feces on your slippers. Just have a look through there.
Good God, it's disgusting. Oh, I had no idea it was that. I'm doing my own gardening, but I could smell something.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought, what's going on here?
Mike and his team sometimes enjoy the fact that they live in a world apart. You couldn't really do a job like this in slippers. Over in Dagenham, pest controller Pete is about to confront one of his old enemies. He's been called to a house which seems to have been given up without a fight. Pete's worried they seem to be so confident. They're out and about.
Because they're sort of like nocturnal, if you're seeing them during the day, then you've got a big festation on your hands. You see a few cockroaches here in the sink. We've got German cockroaches.
They've settled in and they're breeding.
Females, they can have 6 egg cases in their life, and you can have 30 to 40 babies in one egg case.
That's even worse than rabbits. And you can't just hit them or jump on them.
The worst nightmare is if they get on the floor. What could happen is the first thing people do is stamp on them. We don't really want that, because if you get a female like this one here, they carry 30, 40 eggs. If you step on them and they're in your trainers or in your shoes, you're going to transmit the eggs and they're going to hatch out and they're going to go wherever around your house. If I just wiggle this out and have a look behind the back, we should see a few.
So find out first where they are most comfortable and make them most uncomfortable.
You can see them all in here. Of course, there's loads in here. They don't like this spray with pyrethrum in it. But it also flushes, I say, look, it flushes them out as an agent. They're just everywhere.
But the trouble is, when you've found one little hideout, that's just the beginning.
God, they're there. They're everywhere, aren't they? I've got to kill that one, it's driving me mad.
Pete is an expert in short-arm combat, but he's also got a more subtle approach. It's a devilish machine.
If I'm going to go in with a gel, if they eat this, they die the next day. They like this stuff. They actually smell it. Oh, and come running out for it. And basically, you want is about a matchstick head.
Even with a room full of deadly treats, Pete's still not taking any chances.
The old trapper roach. Pretty good these are. They work really well. Clip that all together and they're ready to go.
He'll be back in 2 weeks to check progress. But for now, Pete's ready to sign off.
This is ITV. News at 10. The Ferret.
Back at the empty house in Leicester, the extreme cleaners have company. They've been joined by 2 police officers and a social worker. This team knew the woman who lived here and promised her that her personal possessions would be protected.
I want to keep all of those things.
So we'll get a box and put them in
Yeah.
for you? Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
There's personal things belonging to the ex-tenant that, because I've worked with her for a number of years, I would like to see those things go back to her.
I'm the local beat officer for where the lady lived, so it's a case of getting round, speaking to her and helping them over the years, and then it's just a promise I made to her that I'd make sure that nothing was missing.
I found a jewellery box as well and a box of this.
Yeah, a couple of jewellery boxes.
What's that one?
Brooches and a bag full of old threepenny bits. Which is quite interesting. So you've got a box full of new stuff, and then it's literally a case of something like that. It's like going away on holiday and packing, buying things, bringing them home and then forgetting you've actually got them when you get home.
Some things are obviously valuable to the former tenant. Some things aren't.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. What's that, old Chinese food or something?
It's a difficult balance, protecting what needs to be protected.
We feel sentimental about her things as well as what she would, so in a way it's difficult, but in some ways it's not. Hopefully we're doing the right thing.
It's a letter from her granddaughter. You know, to show her these things and to find a story about all these would be brilliant.
Coming up,
Oh yeah, that's nasty.
Mike is glad that his charm has finally paid off.
Would you boys like a drink?
Oh, that's very kind of you, that would.
In Leicester, it's getting a bit squiffy.
More maggots, more flies. Oh!
And in Dagenham, Bill laughs like a drain. Throughout the country, an army of professionals are continuing to dedicate their daily lives to waging war on the nation's grime. Back in Leicester, it's time to take stock. The task was to sort out what shouldn't be thrown away. Amongst the mountains of rubbish, some precious items remain. The former tenant was concerned that her treasures should be preserved.
We found ornaments and a lot of sort of silver and brass. We've found paperwork, photos, war records, even that sort of thing. I think she'll be pleased with what we've found. Yeah, a lot of memorabilia.
It's what's left inside which is the real problem.
Oh, something's stinking. The best bit's the fridge.
Open it.
Oh, we've got butter, cheese, crackers.
That looks all right.
No, we've done worse fridges than that. What about the freezer?
Freezer.
But there are some nasty surprises.
We've got maggots, flies. Oh, yeah. Oh! No!
This is the extreme in extreme cleaning.
Some minging boxes and stuff, you know.
Oh, don't.
That's done you, innit?
Done me. Oh.
Poor Kev over there volunteered to come on this one.
I can withstand feces and stuff and whatever, but food, no.
Kevin is proud of what he's found.
It says exactly what it is on the tin. It really does. Vanilla ice cream.
But that's nothing to be proud of.
Oh, got me even.
Life is not a beach. And before long, victory is theirs.
Let's go.
Mike and his team of grime fighters are working in what used to be a garden, and there aren't any flowers.
Yeah. Nappy.
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 The former tenants seem to think this was a dump. Mike and his team find the masks aren't that useful after all.
Does me head in. Oh. Really, really annoys me. Most of it's just general household rubbish. Just wrong. Wrong, mate.
Hey, at least it's not raining, isn't it? It's nice when it's like this.
Yeah.
We're all in a good mood.
But can Mike set a good example? Apparently not. Coughing can be a cry for help, and this time it's answered.
Would you boys like a drink?
Oh, that's very kind of you, that would.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Yeah, tea would
yes,
be lovely.
please.
Yes, please.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Hey?
That bring us a little trout with sugar in.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Even the promise of a cuppa spurs on the work, and Mike has a position to keep up.
Come on, get it on, get it on. Come on, we've got to live up to our reputation.
We'll be celebrating their triumphs later. In Dagenham, Bill and Simon are among the council's most senior operatives when it comes to drains. A clean exterior reveals nothing about the problem. Bill has a nose for this, and Simon is not far behind.
The toilet not working. The sink not working. Nothing working. So we'll just put this one down, get out the front, and we'll jet it.
Experience is what you need to locate a drain blockage, and you mustn't be put off by what you find.
As you can see, it's up and it's all white. Thank you. You'd be good as a surgeon, you. Scalpel. And as you can see, he looks like stew without the dumplings. Come on. I'll get lippy. There she goes.
Abracadabra, the sweet smell of success. But drains have a way of getting their own back.
No, ain't cured it. Go get some rods.
It's all a matter of trying.
One in, one out. One in, one out.
And trying. And trying. This is getting too like hard work. But these grime fighters are not for quitting.
Right, that's a worm. That'll cut through the wipes.
What you do is you see if you can get hold of the wipes, hook it and bring it back to get rid of the blockage. Oh, don't get upset.
Yeah?
It's useless.
Off.
Watch.
Off. This will hurt. This will hurt. This will hurt.
What's your language?
There we go. It's enough to make you think of holidays.
Oh, go on.
I'll go Southend.
Go on. You want to start?
I'll go Southend on the beach. Something I can fall.
Cuba. 2 glorious weeks.
It's like something can fold it, isn't it? Where do you want me to hit him? Tell him.
Not till he's finished the drain, then you can hit him.
What? It's done. I'll hit him now.
It still smells, doesn't it? Or is it him?
It's his aftershave.
Bill and Simon get on because they're so different.
Strong, isn't he?
Who, him? Yeah, strong lad, him. He's married, though. I'm not, I'm single. I'm single. I've been single now for what? Is it 9, 10 years now? Yeah, about 9 years, 10 years now. Been on my own. But you can just get used to it, don't you? Life's got to go on, innit, girl?
Bill, at least, has got Simon. Teamwork and companionship. It's not too bad. In Stockport, Mike and his team have done well in the garden. But inside, there's still the problem of the sofa attacked by a dog.
This is the, obviously the dog chew. It's a pity the dog was not playing with this instead of Ali's sofa.
The sofa will have to be dismantled. But Mike, oh, not again, has forgotten something.
Another thing that we forgot to put on the van, bar the 2 spades, is the toolkit. So I'm going to use my friend the lump hammer. That's it.
Mike doesn't always take the conventional approach.
Alex! No. It's too tight, that.
Yeah. Oh, Mike.
Go to the front door. Yeah, right. That's it.
It's a long-distance race. Just when you're ready to pack it in, you've got to keep going.
A nightmare, these big settees. A nightmare. Go on, hurry up, Alex. Get it out. Come on. Nearly done. If you get them bins as far back as you can, Alex, you might win that star for the day.
Say what you like about Mike, he knows how to put the boot in.
It's a mixture of Pampier's K9 and paint. Another job my mum's going to be doing tonight, cleaning my boots. Might be able to do a few yellow lines outside this house.
The war's over. Dish out the medals.
I'm going to congratulate Alex today because he's been awarded his 3rd star.
Cheers, mate.
He's now in the same ranking as myself. He's a 3-star member.
You get a wage rise with 3 stars.
We'll talk about that next week. Right.
Since the filming, the old lady and the little dog have been reunited. And Ali, the landlord, has high hopes of his new tenant.